If you think hiring a salesperson will replace you, you're dead wrong. An employee salesperson should never be expected to sell the same way a founder sells. It's not possible for them, and it's way too risky for you. In this video, I'll break down the 10 reasons why a salesperson will never sell like a founder, and what you need to do instead if you want to scale beyond selling yourself. If this is your first video of mine, I'm Kevin Mara, and I help founders of consulting firms escape founder-led sales and build firms that will grow without them. If you're stuck doing all the selling yourself, grab my free guide, The 9 Steps to Escape Founder-Led Sales. The link is in the description. Before we get into the list, I want to tell a quick story. I was talking with a potential client who had hired a Rockstar salesperson. He was paying $250,000 a year in salary, plus a pretty heavy commission. And 13 months later, he had to let him go. The reason was he just couldn't sell like the two founders. Their entire process was built on relationships and unpacking of every client's unique requirements. That works when you're starting out. In fact, founder-led sales are an advantage early on. But if you want to hire a salesperson or build a sales team, you have to evolve your approach first. So here are the 10 reasons why you can't replicate a founder in sales at a consulting firm. The first reason is context. You know every pivot, every big win, every failed experiment, and every lesson learned at your firm. A salesperson will never know all of this, and it's unreasonable to expect them to. It isn't their firm. Okay, next is motivation. Founders play a multi-dimensional game of balancing short-term revenue, long-term profitability, team investments, and strategic positioning. Salespeople, they're coin-operated. They're chasing a quarter. And when you give them that quarter motivation, they go to work. That's great, but it's only great if you give them clear guide rails. They can't do the same multi-dimensional analysis that you do. The third reason is technical depth. In a consulting firm, founders are often the experts who taught themselves to sell by solving problems in real time. Salespeople are different in the way they approach a sale, and they're driven by process, managing relationships, and they work hard to massage and close a deal. But they're not dancing through the technical problem solving like you can, and it's not realistic to ask them to do that. Okay, next is risk appetite. Founders take calculated risks daily. Experiments, scope negotiations, even saying no to misaligned clients. Salespeople have a different risk profile than you do. This mismatch between your risk appetite and theirs changes how they handle deals. Those misaligned clients that you might say no to, well, they just represent another commission for the salesperson, and they'll say yes. Next is network leverage. You built your firm, so you have a personal network of relationships, referrals, and credibility. A salesperson starts cold. They don't inherit your founder's goodwill and reputation. You have to build systems within your firm that helps those salespeople build trust and rapport with new clients. Sixth is authority. Founders walk into rooms with instant authority. This is my firm, I built it. A salesperson, they're representing a company that they didn't create. And you can't fake founder. And next, decision power. You can shift the rules, bend the scope, change pricing, and even customize your delivery. Salespeople don't have that flexibility, and you don't want them to. Number 8 is storytelling. Founders can tell the origin story, why you started, the pain you saw, and the wins you've delivered. A salesperson can't tell your story the way you do. Their storytelling needs to be different. It can be just as good or even better if you're working with a good salesperson, but it can't be the same. Number 9 is priorities. You balance profitability, positioning, long-term value every time you talk to a client. Salespeople chase a quota. That's not bad, but it has to be aligned with your business model. And 10, trust dynamics. Clients naturally trust founders more. You're perceived as the highest authority at your firm. If you want that trust to transfer to a salesperson, you need tight offers, clear positioning, and strong marketing. Quick story on this last point. When I was in business school, I took a sales class, and the professor did this little experiment that's stuck with me ever since. He put up a photo, and it was just a normal looking person in a work environment, and underneath the picture it said salesperson. He then asked the class to shout out, "What's the first word you think of when you hear salesperson?" And people started shouting, dishonest, pushy, self-serving. Every response had a negative connotation to it. Then the professor put up another slide. Underneath the photo it said founder. And then he asked the question, "What comes to mind when you hear founder?" And suddenly the room flipped. Entrepreneurial, honest, visionary, driven. All of the words were positive this time. Then the professor revealed the trick. It was the same model in both photos. The lesson was that as a founder, you have an advantage in the trust game. As a founder, you start with an advantage in the trust game. People instinctively give you credibility that they don't give to salespeople. Okay, so here's the takeaway. Stop trying to turn salespeople into replicas of you. If you want to delegate sales, you need guardrails. You need to define your services to at least 80%, ideally 90% or more. The reason you want to build these tightly scoped offerings is so that a salesperson knows exactly what they can and can't sell. You want to be crystal clear on three things: your ideal client, the pain you solve, and the outcome that you're going to help your client achieve. If you can do these two things, then something magical happens. You can start marketing. And when your marketing speaks to the right problems and outcomes, prospects show up to sales calls already pre-sold, making your salesperson's job 10 times easier. I'll cover productizing services and marketing systems in future videos, but for now, if this is of interest, please grab the 9-step playbook to escape founder-led sales. The link is in the description below.